Welcome back to part 3 of the 2024 Textured Sampler Crochet Along. If you want the pattern for this section, it is on my blog at phoenixgatecrafts.com. If you want the complete pattern, it's on my Etsy at etsy.com/shop/phoenixgatecrafts. And if you'd like any help on it, you're welcome to join my Facebook group, which is Phoenix Gate Crafts Group. I know I'm so creative in how I titled things. This one is not very different from what we've done so far, just a slightly different stitch. So if you are changing colors the way I am, you're going to need to attach a new color the same way I am, or a similar way. Remember, this is your project. You do it how you like it. But if you are continuing the same color as the last section, of course, you don't need to attach a new color. So if you are attaching a new color, you're going to need to chain 1. I like starting with a slip knot because there's a knot there. And then I continue with a standing double crochet. You can do a chain 2 or a chain 3 as you choose. And then another double crochet. And just like how we started the last section, we're going to do the same thing. So, grab up some yarn, and we're going to do back post double crochets. So, which is a little bit interesting because I, on the last round, had to do half double crochets because I'm only using 100 grams of yarn. But if you are using the recommended 150 grams of yarn, you're probably not going to run out. So, you can always see what you did based on this corner. So as you can see, I did a chain 2 to start in the previous round. It was easier than the standing half double crochet. So all I have to do is come in from the back, around the stitch that I want to do the post stitch around, and then go back to the back, yarn over and pull up a loop, and finish my double crochet. And that's all we're doing across. Now, half double crochets are a little trickier than double crochets because everything's kind of jumbled together. So, but you just have to make sure you find that kind of hole under the little loop that's part of the next stitch. And do it up. See, and that just kind of pulls everything apart so you can see the next stitch, which is quite a bit smaller. So you go in here and out here in the big holes. And because you're doing this, it will help identify the big holes. Now, this part is a little tricky because there were decreases in the pattern. So once we get to one, oops, I dropped my yarn over, or I didn't do one. It's entirely possible too. I don't talk and crochet at the same time very well. I always miss something. All right, so here we go. I have a half double crochet together, but if you were doing double crochet 2 together, you're probably going to have what looks like 2 stitches here. You want to go around both of them. So you'll want to, just like before, go in, go out, and then pull it up exactly like before. And then you just continue on like normal. You don't want to go around them individually because that will affect your stitch count. And if we were going to do that, we could have just done the double crochet 2 together on this round. And by the way, if you realize you forgot to do a double crochet 2 together and you just did a double crochet or a half double crochet instead, doesn't matter. You can do a two together stitch here, it just doesn't quite look the same, that's all. And we're going to do this all the way across. And as you can see, it winds up looking like you just kind of pulled them together a little bit more. It still fills in the previous round very nicely. And as you can see, whoa, I can't crochet, but look at that nice straight line. And it's properly filled in back here. It properly pushes this stitch forward the way we wanted it to. And it just generally, I think, looks very nice. So we're going to do the back post double crochet all the way across. Now, if you are concerned about not having enough yarn for this section, you could do half double crochets here. That is a thing. It's legit. But remember, I am doing only 100 grams of yarn because that's what I purchased, and that is what I'm going to use. But if you have 150 grams or more, you are, of course, welcome. Now, friendly reminder, I am using only 100 grams because that's how I originally wrote this pattern. But if you're doing 150 grams, you will be perfectly fine with the amount of yarn you have. All right, I'll see you at the end of this row. All right, I have my back post double crochets all the way across. I am in the corner, and I'm going to do my standard corner of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Then I'm going to do back post double crochets all the way across again. 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochet into the corner, and continue that pattern all the way around until we get to the last corner. So I will see you at the last corner. So we are back at the corner, and what we're going to do is a half double crochet to the corner. So just like we've done before, we do a half double crochet into the top of the first stitch from the round. And then, like normal, I'm doing a standing double crochet, but you can do your double or triple chain, whatever you want to do. And then another double crochet. And then we're going to do one more double crochet into that first stitch. And then we're going to do a popcorn. But we're saving a little bit of yarn on this one. We're going to do what I call a small popcorn. We're going to do 4 double crochets instead of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We want smaller little poofs. So now we have 4 instead of 5. It's only going to make it slightly smaller. More of a bobble than anything. And then we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do a small popcorn. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same stitch. So we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, push from front to back, pick up the loop, pull through, and as you can see, they just don't stick out as much. They're just as wibbly wobbly. They just don't stick out nearly as much. So go ahead and do this just one last time. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 double crochets in the same one for the small popcorn. And then pull the loop through that first stitch of the popcorn. Do that all the way across to the last 2 stitches. All right, moment of truth. Do you have 2 stitches left? Good. I ended with my 3 double crochets. And now we're going to do our small popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, in the same stitch, and then we pull the loop through the first stitch. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the last stitch, and then we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in the corner. Now, friendly reminder, we're going to do 1 more double crochet in that edge stitch, and then our small popcorn. And then we're going to start our actual pattern. But 1, 2, 3, 4, in the same stitch, find the first one, and pull the working loop through it. Ta-da! So, I'm going to let you go all the way around. We're going to do a half double crochet corner to close like forever and always. And I will see you ready for the next round. And at that point, we'll talk about options for altering this section. Well, welcome back. We are in the corner, and this is honestly going to be the easiest round ever. So we do our standing double crochet and another double crochet. And then we're going to do a double crochet in every single stitch. Just that. Nice and boring. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, here's the thing to be aware of. When we get to our smaller popcorn, we don't need to go nuts with figuring out what we're doing. We've got 1 stitch right here. That's the actual popcorn top of the stitch. Then we flip it the other way, and right here, this is the top of this double crochet. So it is literally just double crochet in every single stitch, just the top. We don't need to make this more complicated than it has to be. And see right there? It just kind of exists. And then on the other side, we've got that one. And you go all the way across. I'm not even going to do the corner for you because it's the exact same as the last corner. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, like we always do. And I will meet you back at the corner. Welcome back. I just completed a double crochet round, and now we are doing the repeat. So what you can do, as written, the pattern says to do another popcorn round, small popcorns, remember, only 4 double crochets, not 5, and then a double crochet round. And you just alternate that one more time. So you'll have the first round, popcorn round, double crochet round, popcorn round, and double crochet round. And that is all that is required. But here's the thing, if you want to alternate it, there are lots of options in this section. For example, 100 grams was not quite enough to do the full 5 rounds total. That's required by the pattern because the pattern was written for 150 grams and I intelligently only got 100 grams. So I didn't have quite enough. So if you want less, like I am doing less, this is where I am finishing for this section. You can finish here at the end of a double crochet round. Another option, if you want to extend it, is to do a few more double crochet rounds. You can do 1 more double crochet round or 2 more double crochet rounds before doing another bobble round. Sorry, I mean popcorn round. They are a type of bobble, but technically they're popcorns. And then finishing off with a double crochet round. You could also do just an extra full repeat of both. So you have a popcorn round and then a double crochet, popcorn, double crochet, popcorn, double crochet. And if you like that, you can actually just finish off the whole project that way. So whatever you like. So I am ending it here. I am going to go ahead and do the corner one last time the way I like to. After this, I'm going to tell you to just fasten off however you like. 2 chains, pull through, knock over the camera, and now go front to back under 2 loops of the first stitch and pull through, but loosely. You can see that it's coming out of this stitch, so pull your working yarn forward and then go down technically into that stitch and then down into the first stitch and create a properly spaced loop. And then from here you can just weave in your ends however you like. I recommend going around in 3 different directions to help minimize the amount that anything can come out. This is a long darning needle. And give it a snip real close to, because that is not going to do anything. And of course, make sure to knock the camera again. And while I'm at it, just get that beginning one a little bit better tucked in, since I didn't really work over it or anything. And cut that. This time being careful not to knock into the camera. And done. So, friendly reminder that you can follow me in places. You should like, share, and subscribe because that'd be awesome, and I always forget to mention that. And be sure to tune in next week. If you subscribe, you'll get a notification telling you when the next part of the crochet along will drop. And happy crafting. Bye.